On a really important note, the first thing that needs to be included on any fire evacuation plan is contacting the emergency services. Now, on most of my videos, I think on the first one I demonstrated doing that, but every single time it needs to be contacting the emergency services. You're alerted to a fire through your alarm, or you discover it, or one of the children tell you where it is. You need to find out, if possible, where the fire is located. If you can't necessarily find the fire, but you can smell it's coming from somewhere, you know where it is, then start your evacuation, okay? The most important thing is that you don't waste any time. So don't go around the house searching for the fire if you can't locate it. Get the children out. That's your absolute priority, okay? So contact the emergency services, let them know where you're located, let them know who is in the building, let them know the ages of the children. If they're non-mobile, if they can walk, if they can talk, they might ask you those things, okay? You need to really know where your address is. That's super, super important. And you need to make sure that you've got your phone available and on you at all times, okay? You need to make sure you can access, if you think you're going to be trapped in a room, you can access bedding, towels, sheets, anything that you need to be able to cover that door entranceway, cover those little gaps to stop the smoke getting through. If you can get to a bathroom, you can wet those towels or those blankets, so much the better. When you evacuate, if you're going to go evacuate out your entrance, your primary entrance or exit, you need to make sure that you can get hold of the keys. All right, a lot of people lock the doors and then they don't know where they keep the keys. Make sure you've got your keys in a central point where you can grab them at any given time and run out, okay, and exit with the children. Super, super important. Okay, we discussed earlier in class this week that actually if your child needed life-saving medication, so let's just say they're severely asthmatic, let's just say they suffer with anaphylaxis and they need an EpiPen, you're going to grab those inhalers and those EpiPens, but you need to make sure they're in easy to reach locations, so they're on a shelf, they're in a cupboard, they're with you actually potentially if the children are upstairs settled and asleep. Remember age and stage appropriate communication with the children. Remember to make things clear. Okay, to be aware of if they've got an ability to walk and talk, and if they haven't. If you can't access the children, it's important that you still keep communicating with them regardless to age of their and stage of development. Just to hear your voice will provide them with a level of reassurance, okay? Getting out safely, getting out alive, getting out quickly, those are the most important things that you can do. If you want to upload a video, that would be absolutely fantastic. Just make sure that you go back onto week 3.3 PowerPoint and tick off that you've covered all the necessary criteria. So you need to have it evidenced in your flowchart. What are your first procedures? So what's your first step? Call emergency services. You need to also evidence what you would do if the child was non-mobile, if the child was a baby, if the child couldn't walk and the child couldn't talk, and if the child could. And also, if you cannot access the child, what would you do? All right, the best of luck, everybody. Please send me over drafts. Please ask me for information. I'm more than happy to help with this one. Bye.